Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Artificial Fluency. Let me ask you something. Have you ever sat in a classroom, understood everything the teacher said, but when it came time to ask a question or participate, you just stayed silent? Maybe you knew what you wanted to say, but you didn't know how to say it in English? Well, today we're going to change that. I'm going to teach you the most essential English phrases and vocabulary you need to succeed in school, university, or any learning environment. By the end of this lesson, you'll know exactly what to say in any academic situation. Let's get started. Before we dive into specific phrases, let me share something important with you. Learning English for academic success isn't just about memorizing vocabulary. It's about understanding the mindset and habits that successful students have. Here's what every successful student knows. Practice every day is the key to progress. Notice I didn't say practice sometimes or practice when you feel like it. I said every day. This is because learning is like building a muscle. You need to exercise it regularly. Teaching note: practice every day is the key to progress. This sentence structure is very important. Key to means the most important thing for achieving something. You can use this pattern. Exercise is the key to health, or patience is the key to learning English. Here's another principle that changed my life as a student. Mistakes are part of learning, so I am not afraid. Many students are afraid to speak in class because they might make mistakes, but mistakes are your teachers, not your enemies. And remember this: I believe in myself. Self-belief is not optional, it's essential. When you believe you can learn, you will learn. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Now, let's start with the most practical phrases you need in any classroom. These are the phrases that will make you an active, confident student. For active listening, I listen carefully when my teacher speaks. Could you repeat that, please? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Teaching note: I didn't catch that is a very natural way to say I didn't hear or I didn't understand. Native speakers use catch in this context all the time. It's more casual than I didn't understand. For asking questions, I ask questions in class. Excuse me, I have a question. Could you explain that again? What does word mean? For participating in discussions, I raise my hand when I want to answer. I think that, in my opinion, I agree with, I disagree because. Teaching note: notice the difference between I think that and in my opinion. Both are correct, but in my opinion sounds more formal and academic. Use I think in casual discussions and in my opinion in academic debates. For when you're confused, I'm confused about. Could you give me an example? I don't understand the difference between. Can you help me with this? Let me tell you something important. Teachers love students who ask questions. It shows you're engaged and thinking. Don't be afraid to say, I ask my teacher for help when I need it. Now let's talk about study habits. Successful students have specific routines, and they know how to talk about them in English. Daily study routine. Every evening, I sit at my desk to do my homework.
I keep my notes organized in different folders. I often highlight important information in my books. I copy sentences from the board to remember better. Teaching note: sit at my desk is the correct preposition here. We sit at a desk, not on a desk. You sit on a chair, but at a desk. This is a common mistake, so remember, person plus at plus desk. When homework is difficult. Sometimes homework is hard, but I don't give up. Sometimes homework is difficult, but I keep trying. I check my work before I give it to the teacher. I correct my mistakes and try again. Learning new vocabulary. I repeat words many times. I use my dictionary to learn new words. I like to use flashcards to remember new words. Reading stories helps me learn more vocabulary. Teaching note: give up is a phrasal verb meaning stop trying. The opposite is keep trying or keep going. These are very useful phrases for talking about persistence and not quitting. Working with others. My classmates are friendly and we help each other. My friends and I sometimes study together after school. We share ideas and help each other. Working in a team teaches me cooperation.
Let's talk about exams, something every student faces. Here are the phrases and strategies you need. Preparing for exams. I try not to study at the last minute. Preparing early helps me feel confident. I write a study timetable before exams. I follow it carefully. We quiz each other before exams. I also take short breaks. Breaks help me stay fresh. Teaching note: at the last minute means doing something just before the deadline. For example, I finished my project at the last minute. Means you finished it just before it was due. It's better to prepare early. During exams, I read the questions carefully. I take my time and think before I answer. If I don't know an answer, I skip it and come back later. I check my answers before submitting. After exams, I learn from my mistakes. Failure is not the end. Failure is a chance to try again. Success feels good when you work hard. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us.
For those of you planning to go to university, let me share some important differences and the English you'll need. Key differences. At university, life is different from high school. Students have more freedom, but also more responsibility. Professors do not check homework every day. They expect students to be independent. Teaching note: we say high school in American English, but secondary school in British English. Both are correct. Choose the one that's common in your country or the one you're learning. University living. Many students live in dormitories. Dormitory life can be fun, but sometimes noisy. Some students live in apartments with roommates. University activities. University has clubs and activities for students. Joining a club helps you make friends. Many students work part-time jobs. They must balance study and work. Time management becomes very important. Balance here means to give equal attention to different things. Work-life balance or study-work balance are common phrases. You need to balance your time between different activities.
Let's talk about the mindset that will help you succeed in your studies. Positive self-talk. I believe in myself. I trust myself to learn step by step. Learning makes me feel strong and confident. Each class teaches me something useful for my life. Long-term vision. I dream big. I want success. I know English will help me in the future. Education opens doors to the future. One day I want to go to university and study. Teaching note. Dream big means to have ambitious goals. Don't limit yourself. Dream big. Also, opens doors is a metaphor, meaning creates opportunities. Education literally opens doors to new possibilities. Dealing with challenges. School helps me grow. Every day is another chance to grow. I learn something new every day. Mistakes are part of learning, so I am not afraid. Global perspective. I want to study abroad one day. Meeting international students is exciting. We share cultures and ideas. Before we finish, let me share some practical study techniques that you can talk about in English. Reading and listening. I read English articles online to learn new vocabulary. I sometimes watch videos with subtitles. This makes learning fun. Reading helps me improve my grammar naturally. Speaking practice. I practice speaking English with my classmates. I read aloud to improve my pronunciation. I record myself speaking to check my progress. Teaching note. Read aloud means to read out loud so others can hear you. The opposite is read silently or just read to yourself. Reading aloud is excellent for pronunciation practice. Memory techniques. I use flashcards for new vocabulary. I write new words in sentences. I review my notes every week. Repetition helps me remember better. Organization. I keep all my notes in organized folders. I use different colors for different subjects. I write down important dates in my calendar. All right, let's wrap up with your action plan for this week. This week, try these. Use 3 new phrases from today's lesson in your classes. Ask at least one question in English during a lesson. Help a classmate with something in English. Organize your study materials and describe your system in English. Remember these key principles.
Practice every day is the key to progress. Mistakes are part of learning, so I am not afraid. I believe in myself. Teaching note: wrap up means to finish or conclude something. It's a very natural phrasal verb. You can say, "Let's wrap up this meeting," or "I need to wrap up my homework." Your homework for today is simple. Choose 5 phrases from this lesson and use them this week. Then come back and tell me in the comments which phrases you used and how people responded. Education is powerful, and now you have the English skills to make the most of it. Whether you're in high school, planning for university, or already studying at university level, these phrases will help you participate confidently and succeed. Thank you for watching. If this lesson helped you feel more prepared for your academic journey, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell. Remember, learning is power, and now you have more power to succeed in English. Until next time, keep studying, keep practicing, and keep improving your English with us.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Artificial Fluency. Before we start today's lesson, I want you to think about this. Have you ever had something important to say in English, but you stayed quiet instead? Maybe you knew the words, but you were too afraid to speak? Well, if you said yes, you're not alone. Today, I'm going to share real stories from English learners just like you and show you exactly how they went from being too scared to speak to feeling confident in English conversations. So let's get started. Let me tell you something that might surprise you. Confidence in English is not a talent that some people have and others don't. It's not magic. Confidence is like a muscle. If you use it, it grows stronger. If you don't use it, it becomes weak. Here's the most important thing you need to understand. Confidence is not something you wait for. It's something you create. And you create it by speaking, practicing, and believing in yourself. Teaching note: notice I said confidence is like a muscle. This is called a metaphor. We compare confidence to something physical to help you understand it better. Just like you exercise your arm muscles, you need to exercise your confidence. Today, I'm going to tell you real stories about English learners who transformed their fear into confidence, and I'll give you practical steps you can use starting today. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Let me share 3 stories about why people lose confidence in English, and maybe you'll recognize yourself in one of them. Story 1. Daniel and the fear of mistakes. Daniel was so afraid of making mistakes that he never spoke in his English class. He thought, if I make a mistake, everyone will think I'm stupid. But here's what Daniel learned. Mistakes are not your enemy. They are your teacher. Teaching note: mistakes are not your enemy. This is a very important mindset. In English, we often say your enemy to mean something that fights against you, but mistakes actually help you learn. Story 2. Maria and negative thinking. Maria always told herself, I will never be good at English. Other people are so much better than me. This negative self-talk was killing her confidence. But then Maria learned a secret. Compare yourself with the person you were yesterday, not with other people. Story 3. Omar and lack of real practice.
Omar studied grammar books for hours, but he never spoke with real people. He thought studying alone would make him confident. But confidence doesn't work like that. Confidence grows when you use English in real life. Teaching note: confidence doesn't work like that. This is a natural way to say something is not correct or not effective. Native speakers use this phrase a lot in conversations. Can you identify with any of these stories? Don't worry. All three of these people became confident English speakers. Let me show you how. Here's the secret that changed everything for these learners. Start small and be patient with yourself. Let me tell you about Fatima. She joined an online English discussion group, but for the first month, she just listened. She didn't say a word. Then one day, she said just one sentence. The next week, she said 2 sentences. After 6 months, she was speaking for 5 minutes straight. This happened because she started small and she was patient with herself. That is the secret. Small steps every day. Teaching note: she was speaking for 5 minutes straight. The word straight here means continuously, without stopping. It's different from the opposite of curved. English has many words with multiple meanings. Or think about Tarek. He was nervous about speaking English with his manager at work, so he started with just one English sentence every morning. Good morning. How are you today? Just one sentence. Slowly, his courage grew, and now he has full conversations with his boss. And there's Amina. She was too shy to ask questions in shops, so she practiced one simple sentence. Excuse me, where can I find milk? She practiced this at home, then used it in the store. Then she practiced another question and another. Slowly, she became comfortable speaking to strangers. Teaching note: notice the phrase, slowly his courage grew, and slowly she became comfortable. We use slowly plus past tense to show gradual improvement over time. This is a very natural way to describe progress. The key is this: don't try to be perfect immediately. Just try to be a little bit better than yesterday.
Now, let me give you 5 practical strategies that you can start using today. Strategy 1. Practice speaking aloud. This means reading out loud when you're alone. Read news articles, books, or even this video's transcript aloud. Anna told me, I feel like my mouth is learning English when I read aloud. Strategy 2. Mirror practice. Stand in front of a mirror and speak to yourself. Practice eye contact and body language. Ball said, I felt less shy when I speak with people now because I already practiced with myself. Teaching note: practice eye contact means practicing looking at someone's eyes when you speak. This is very important in English-speaking cultures for showing confidence and respect. Strategy 3. Talk about your daily activities. While you're cooking, cleaning, or walking, describe what you're doing in English. For example, now I'm making coffee. I'm putting sugar in my cup. John told me, I feel more natural when I speak because I practice every day with small things. Strategy 4. Record your voice. Use your phone to record yourself speaking English. Listen to it later. This helps you hear your progress. Leela said, I saw proof that I was improving when I listened to my old and new recordings. Teaching note: I have tools for difficult moments. Here, tools doesn't mean physical tools like a hammer. It means useful phrases or strategies that help you in challenging situations. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us.
Now let's talk about changing your thinking, because your thoughts control your confidence. Sarah used to say, I cannot speak English well, but then she changed this to, I am learning to speak better English every day. Do you see the difference? The first sentence makes you feel hopeless. The second sentence makes you feel proud of your progress. Teaching note: notice the difference between I cannot, impossible, and I am learning, in progress. This small change in language can make a big difference in how you feel. Carlos learned another important lesson. He said, I don't need perfect English, I just need clear English. Remember, it's okay to speak slowly. People will still understand you. Ibrahim felt much calmer when he slowed down his speaking. And here's something that might surprise you. Most people are too busy thinking about themselves to judge you. They're probably worried about their own English, their own problems, or what they're going to have for lunch. Here's what David learned about body language. Lift your head, look at the person's eyes, and speak louder. He said, when I looked confident, people respected me more. And guess what? When you act confident, you start to feel confident too. Teaching note: look at the person's eyes. We also say, make eye contact. Both mean the same thing. And speak louder doesn't mean shout, it just means use a strong, clear voice. Let me share some creative ways other learners found to practice English in real situations. Practice with family. Maria started reading English stories to her children. Clara read English articles aloud to her husband. Practicing in a safe space, like with family, can help you build courage. Join supportive groups. Daniel found a small English conversation group where everyone made mistakes together. Zob joined a local English club that gave her the space to practice without fear. Online groups work too. Fahd joined an online English community and found it very encouraging. Practice with children. Nadia practiced English with her son because, as she said, speaking with children is easier because they don't judge you. Children are usually happy to help and very patient. Role play at home. Hassan practiced airport questions with his wife before traveling. Ravi practiced customer service conversations with his colleague. Role play makes speaking English feel less scary because it's practice in a safe space. Teaching note: role play means acting out a situation for practice, like pretending you're at a restaurant, airport, or job interview. It's a very effective way to prepare for real situations. Keep a victory notebook. Elena wrote down every successful English conversation in a small notebook. She said, "My diary was full of achievements, and now I feel proud of myself." When you feel nervous, read your victories to remember how much you've improved.
All right, let's create your action plan. Here's what I want you to do this week. Day 1 to 2, choose one simple sentence to practice daily. Maybe, "Good morning, how are you?" Start using it with one person. Day 3 to 4, read something aloud for 5 minutes. A news article, a story, anything in English. Focus on clear pronunciation. Day 5 to 6, record yourself speaking about your day for 2 minutes. Don't worry about mistakes, just speak. Day 7, find one person to practice with. A family member, a friend, or join an online group. Remember Daniel, Maria, Omar, Fatima, and all the others I told you about today. They started exactly where you are now. They felt scared, nervous, and unsure, but they took small steps every day, and now they speak English with confidence.
Here's what I want you to remember. Confidence is not something you wait for. It's something you build. Every time you speak English, even if it's just one sentence, you're building that confidence muscle. Don't wait for perfect English. Start with clear English. Don't wait until you feel ready. Start today, start small, but start. Your homework is simple. Choose one strategy from today's lesson and use it this week. Then come back and tell me in the comments which strategy you tried and how it went. Thank you for watching. If this lesson helped you feel more confident about speaking English, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss our lessons. Remember, you don't need perfect English, you just need the courage to start, and you have that courage inside you right now. Until next time, keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and keep improving your English with us.
What if I told you that 6 months from today, you could be having comfortable conversations in English? Not perfect English, but real, flowing, natural English. Would you believe me? Most people think it takes years to become fluent. They're wrong. But here's the catch. It's not about studying harder. It's about living differently. For the next 6 months, English won't be something you study. It will be something you live. Welcome to Artificial Fluency. I'm your teacher, and today I'm giving you the exact daily routine that has helped thousands of learners transform their English in just 6 months. No magic, no expensive courses. Just a simple system you start today. Ready to change your life? First, let's be honest about what fluent in 6 months really means. I'm not promising you'll sound like a native speaker. I'm not saying you'll know every word in the dictionary. Here's what I am promising. In 6 months, you can go from translating everything in your head to thinking directly in English. You can go from being afraid to speak to speaking naturally. You can go from understanding 30% of a movie to understanding 70 to 80%. Why 6 months? It's long enough for real change, but short enough to stay motivated. It's about 180 days. That's 180 chances to get better, 180 small steps that add up to one giant leap. The key word is immersion. This doesn't mean moving to an English-speaking country. Immersion means surrounding yourself with English wherever you are. It means English becomes like the air you breathe. It's always there, always around you. Let me teach you an important phrase. Live in the language. Not study the language, not learn the language. Live in it. When you live in English, it stops being a subject and becomes a tool. It stops being foreign and becomes familiar. Common mistake. People think they need perfect conditions to start. I'll start when I have more time. I'll start when I find a conversation partner. I'll start when I'm ready. No, you start now with what you have
where you are. Your transformation begins the moment you open your eyes. Before you check your phone in your native language, before you think about your day in your native language, you need English in your ears. Here's your morning routine. Option 1, the podcast Wake Up. Set your alarm to play an English podcast instead of a beeping sound. Your brain is most receptive when you first wake up. Even if you're half asleep, English is entering your mind. Option 2, the video breakfast. While making breakfast, play a YouTube video in English. Not news, too stressful. Try morning routine videos, cooking channels, or motivational speeches. The topic doesn't matter as much as the exposure. Option 3, the music method. Play English songs while getting ready. But here's the twist. Sing along. Even if you mumble, even if you get words wrong, your mouth needs to practice English movements. Let me teach you morning phrases to practice. Good morning to me. What's my plan for today? I'm going to have a great day. First, I need to... Let's get started. Say these out loud while looking in the mirror. Yes, you'll feel silly at first. Do it anyway. Is this making sense? If you're ready to transform your English, hit that like button and subscribe right now. Comment below, what time do you usually wake up? Let's support each other in starting our days with English. Important tip, don't try to understand everything you hear in the morning. The goal is exposure, not comprehension. Your brain is like a sponge. It absorbs even when you don't realize it. Now for the part that changes everything. Speaking every single day. But I have no one to talk to. I hear this constantly. You know who's always available? You. Talking to yourself in English isn't crazy. It's clever. Here's how. Technique 1. Narrate your life. Describe what you're doing as you do it. I'm walking to the kitchen. I'm opening the refrigerator. I'm choosing what to eat. I'm feeling hungry. Simple? Yes. Powerful? Absolutely. You're connecting English words to real actions and feelings. Technique 2. The shadowing method. This is gold. Find a short English video, 2 to 3 minutes, watch it once, then play it again and speak along with the speaker. Try to copy their rhythm, their intonation, their pauses, their emphasis. You're training your mouth to move like an English speaker's mouth. It's like dance practice for your tongue. Let me demonstrate. I'll say a sentence slowly, then naturally. Slow. I would like to improve my English. Natural. I'd like to improve my English. Notice how words connect and flow? That's what shadowing teaches you. Technique 3. The opinion practice. After reading or watching something, express your opinion out loud. I think that's interesting because I agree with that point. I'm not sure about that. In my opinion, common mistake. Waiting to speak until you know advanced grammar. Wrong. Speak with the grammar you have. Yesterday I go to store is wrong, but it's communication. You can fix grammar later. First, build the speaking habit. Here's your daily speaking minimum. Morning, 5 minutes narrating your routine. Afternoon, 5 minutes shadowing practice. Evening, 5 minutes expressing opinions. That's just 15 minutes, but after 6 months, that's 45 hours of speaking practice. This is the breakthrough point, thinking in English. When you think in English, everything becomes faster, smoother, more natural. Right now, you probably think in your language, translate to English, speak English. We want to skip step 2. Here's how. Start small, single words. When you see objects, think their English names. See a door? Think door. See a car? Think car. Feel tired? Think tired. Don't translate, just attach the English word directly to the thing or feeling. Build to phrases. After a few weeks, expand to simple phrases. That's a red car. I'm really tired. The door is open. Create internal monologues. This is where magic happens. Have conversations with yourself in your head. What should I eat for lunch? Maybe a sandwich. No, I had that yesterday. How about pasta? Yes, pasta sounds good. Simple thoughts, but in English. This is powerful stuff. If you're learning something valuable, please subscribe and share this video with someone learning English. Comment below, what language do you think in right now? Let's work on changing that together. Here's a practical exercise, the 5-minute English brain. Every night before bed, set a timer for 5 minutes. During these 5 minutes, force yourself to think only in English. Plan tomorrow, review today, or just daydream, but only in English. First week, you'll struggle and switch back to your language. Second week, you'll manage 2 to 3 minutes. Month 2, full 5 minutes becomes possible. Month 3, you'll think in English without trying. The progression is slow, but real. Trust the process.
Now let's transform your environment into an English bubble. Your phone. Change your phone language to English. Yes, right now. You use your phone 50+ times a day. That's 50+ English interactions. Your entertainment. Netflix. English shows with English subtitles, not your language. YouTube. Subscribe to English channels you actually enjoy. Music. Create an English-only playlist. Podcasts. Download 3 to 5 English podcasts. Your notes. Shopping lists, reminders, diary entries, write them in English. Even if it's just buy milk or meeting at 3. Your social media. Follow English accounts. Comment in English. Join English learning groups. Make English-speaking online friends. Here's the important part. Choose content you actually care about. Love cooking? Watch English cooking shows. Into fitness? English workout videos. Interested in science? English documentaries. When English connects to your interests, it stops feeling like study and starts feeling like life. Let me teach you the background English technique. While doing chores, exercising, or commuting, always have English playing. You're not actively listening, it's just there. Your brain processes it subconsciously. It's like living in an English-speaking country without leaving home. My student Carlos did this. He played English podcasts while washing dishes, 15 minutes, commuting, 40 minutes, exercising, 30 minutes, and cooking dinner, 20 minutes. That's 1 hour, 45 minutes of daily English exposure without extra study time. Here's what nobody talks about: your inner voice. The voice that says, your English is terrible, or you'll never be fluent. That voice is your biggest enemy. We need to reprogram it. Instead of negative thoughts, practice these. Replace negative with positive. Not, I can't understand, to, I'm learning to understand. Not, my accent is bad, to, my accent is unique. Not, I made a mistake, to, I learned something new. Not, English is hard, to, English is becoming easier. Write these on sticky notes. Put them everywhere. Your bathroom mirror, your computer, your refrigerator. Read them out loud every day. Here's a powerful truth. Your brain believes what you tell it repeatedly. If you say, I'm bad at English 100 times, your brain believes it. But if you say, I'm improving my English 100 times, your brain believes that too. Let me teach you the progress, not perfection principle. You don't need perfect English. You need functional English. You need confident English. You need daily English. Think about it. A person who speaks imperfect English every day will become fluent. A person who waits for perfect English will never speak at all. Celebrate small wins. Understood a joke in English? Victory. Thought in English for 30 seconds? Amazing. Spoke English in a dream? You're transforming. These aren't small things. They're signs that English is becoming part of you.
Here's your daily schedule for transformation. Morning. Wake up to English podcast or music. Narrate morning routine out loud. Listen to English while getting ready. Afternoon. Shadowing practice with video. Think in English. Quick English reading. Evening. Express opinions about your day. Watch English content you enjoy. Before bed, 5-minute English thinking exercise. Listen to calm English podcast or story. Total? Just 60 minutes spread throughout your day. Not 60 minutes of studying, 60 minutes of living in English. Track your progress. Week 1, everything feels difficult. Month 1, some things feel easier. Month 2, you catch yourself thinking in English. Month 3, conversations become possible. Month 4, confidence grows noticeably. Month 5, English feels natural in many situations. Month 6, you realize you've transformed. 6 months from now, you'll be a different person. Not because you memorized more words or studied more grammar, but because you lived in English every single day. You'll wake up and automatically think in English. You'll watch movies without constantly checking subtitles. You'll join conversations without translating in your head. You'll be free in English. But this only happens if you start today. Not tomorrow, not next Monday, not next month. Today. Your first action? Right after this video, speak out loud in English for just 1 minute. Describe what you're going to do next. That's it, 1 minute. That's how transformation begins. Remember, immersion isn't about perfection. It's about presence. English needs to be present in your life every single day. Like breathing, like eating, like sleeping. It becomes part of your rhythm. You have 180 days ahead of you, 180 opportunities to grow, 180 chances to become who you want to be. The question isn't, can I become fluent in 6 months? The question is, will I commit to living in English for 6 months? If your answer is yes, then welcome to your transformation. Your new life in English starts right now. Thank you for these 20 minutes, but don't stop here. Keep English going. Describe what you learned. Express your thoughts. Start living in English immediately. This is Artificial Fluency reminding you that fluency isn't a destination you reach, it's a life you live. Your 6 months start now. Let's do this together.
Let me ask you something. This morning, when your alarm went off, did you hit the snooze button? Be honest. And when you promised yourself you'd study English for 30 minutes yesterday, did you actually do it? Or did you end up scrolling through your phone instead? Don't worry, I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to teach you something powerful. Discipline doesn't mean being super strict with yourself, like a military sergeant shouting, "Drop and give me 20 push-ups." That's not what we're talking about today. Real discipline is much simpler. It means doing what you said you would do even when you don't feel like it. Let me give you examples. You said you'd study English today. You're tired, but you do it anyway. That's discipline. You promised yourself to drink more water. You remember and drink a glass. That's discipline. You decided to make your bed every morning. Today, you do it. That's discipline. See? Nothing extreme, just keeping promises to yourself. Here's an important phrase. Discipline is a muscle. Just like your arm muscles get stronger when you exercise, your discipline gets stronger when you practice it.
Start small, build slowly. Let me teach you how we talk about discipline and English. Common phrases. I need more discipline. I need to control myself better. She's very disciplined. She has good self-control. It takes discipline to, you need self-control to, I'm working on my discipline. I'm trying to improve my self-control. Grammar note, discipline can be a noun, I have discipline, or a verb, I discipline myself. But be careful. To discipline someone often means to punish them. We're talking about self-discipline, controlling yourself.
Here's where most people fail. They try to change everything at once. Starting tomorrow, I'll wake up at 5 a.m., exercise for an hour, eat perfectly, and study English for 2 hours. What happens? They last maybe 2 days, then give up completely. Sound familiar? Let me teach you a better way, the 1% rule. Just get 1% better each day. That's it. What does 1% look like? Instead of 0 minutes of English, do 5 minutes. Instead of 0 glasses of water, drink 1 glass. Instead of 0 push-ups, do 1 push-up. Instead of going to bed at midnight, go at 11:55. These seem tiny, right? But here's the magic. 1% better every day means you're 37 times better after 1 year. That's mathematics, not motivation. Are you already seeing how this applies to learning English? If this is clicking for you, please hit that like button and subscribe. Comment below, what's one small habit you want to start? Let's support each other. Let's learn vocabulary about habits. Consistency, doing something regularly, again and again. Example, consistency is more important than intensity. This means doing a little bit every day is better than doing a lot once a week. Intensity, doing something with lots of force or energy. Example, high intensity isn't sustainable. This means you can't maintain extreme effort for long. Common mistake, people say I'm in a habit of. Wrong. Say I'm in the habit of, or I have a habit of. Correct. I'm in the habit of checking my phone first thing. Correct. I have a habit of drinking coffee every morning. Now let's understand how habits work. This will help you build good habits and break bad ones. It's called the habit loop, and it has 3 parts. Cue, the trigger that starts the habit. Routine, the action you take. Reward, the good feeling you get. Example, cue, you feel stressed. Routine, you eat chocolate. Reward, you feel better temporarily. To change a habit, keep the cue and the reward, but change the routine. Cue, you feel stressed. New routine, you take 5 deep breaths. Reward, you feel calmer. Let's learn how to talk about habits in English. Building habits. I'm trying to build a habit of attempting to create. I'm developing the habit of in process of creating. I've gotten into the habit of successfully created. Breaking habits. I'm trying to break the habit of attempting to stop. I'm cutting down on, reducing gradually. I've quit, stopped completely. Here's a practical example for English learning. Cue. Morning coffee is ready. Routine. Listen to 5 minutes of English podcast. Reward. Feel productive and learn something new. The key phrase here is habit stacking, connecting a new habit to an existing one. You already make coffee every morning, so stack English practice on top of it. Grammar tip. When talking about habits, we use present simple. I always make my bed, not I am always making. She exercises every morning, not she is exercising every morning. Let me teach you 2 important words that will change how you think. Proactive, acting before problems happen. Reactive, only acting after problems happen. Proactive people plan ahead. Reactive people always play catch up. Examples. Proactive. I'll pack my lunch tonight so I eat healthy tomorrow. Reactive. I'm starving and have no food, so I'll order pizza. Proactive. I'll study English 15 minutes every morning. Reactive. The test is tomorrow. I need to study all night. See the difference? Proactive is calm and controlled. Reactive is stressed and chaotic. Here's how to use these words. I need to be more proactive about means plan better for. I'm always reactive instead of proactive means always responding to emergencies. Let's take a proactive approach means let's plan ahead. This vocabulary is super useful for work and life. If you're learning something valuable, please subscribe and share this with a friend learning English. What area of your life needs more proactive planning? Tell me in the comments. Now, let's talk about vision, seeing your future clearly. Vision means a clear picture of what you want. Example, my vision is to speak English fluently in meetings. When you have clear vision, discipline becomes easier. Why? Because every small action has meaning. Without vision, I have to study English again. With vision, this 15 minutes gets me closer to my dream job. Useful phrases about vision. I can see myself means I can imagine myself. My goal is to means I want to achieve. I'm working towards means I'm trying to reach. The big picture is means the overall goal is. Here's something nobody talks about. Self-control is like a battery. It starts full in the morning and drains throughout the day. That's why you eat healthy breakfast but order pizza for dinner. That's why you study English in the morning but watch TV at night. Your self-control battery is empty. Let's learn vocabulary about self-control. Temptation, something you want but shouldn't have. Example, the chocolate cake is such a temptation. Willpower, the strength to control yourself. Example, I don't have the willpower to refuse cookies. Self-control, the ability to control your actions. Example, It takes self-control to save money. Resilience, the ability to recover from difficulties. Example, learning a language requires resilience. Here's a practical tip. Remove temptations instead of resisting them. Don't buy junk food. Can't eat what you don't have. Put your phone in another room. Can't scroll if it's not there. Block distracting websites. Can't visit if they're blocked. This is called environmental design, setting up your space for success. Common English expressions about self-control. I gave in to temptation. I couldn't resist. I'm trying to resist, attempting not to do it. I have no self-control around chocolate. I can't stop myself. My willpower is weak today. I can't control myself well. Important phrase, choose your hard. Exercising is hard. Being unhealthy is hard. Choose your hard. Studying English is hard. Not speaking English is hard. Choose your hard. Discipline isn't about doing everything. It's about doing the right things. This means learning to say no. Let me teach you a phrase. Spread yourself too thin. This means trying to do too many things at once and doing none of them well. Example, I'm learning English, Spanish, and French while working 2 jobs and taking cooking classes. I'm spreading myself too thin. Better approach? Focus on 1 or 2 important things. How to say no politely in English. I appreciate the offer, but I can't commit right now. That sounds interesting, but I need to focus on other priorities. I wish I could, but I'm at capacity. Let me check my schedule and get back to you. This gives you time to think. Key vocabulary. Priority. Something that's most important. Learning English is my top priority. Focus. Giving all attention to one thing. I need to focus on my studies. Distraction. Something that takes your attention away. Social media is my biggest distraction. Here's a powerful framework. Every yes to one thing is a no to something else. Yes to scrolling social media, no to reading in English. Yes to staying up late, no to waking up fresh. Yes to that extra meeting, no to focused work time. Grammar note. Focus pronunciation. It's focus, noun, and focus, verb, though many people use the same pronunciation for both. Here's the beautiful truth about discipline. It's not punishment, it's love. Every small, disciplined action today is a gift to tomorrow's you. When you study English for 15 minutes today, tomorrow's you is slightly better at English. When you go to bed on time tonight, tomorrow's you wakes up refreshed. When you exercise today, next month's you is healthier. This is self-love in action. You're taking care of your future self. Let me teach you about humility versus ego. Humility, accepting you can always learn and improve. Example, I have the humility to ask for help when I'm stuck. Ego, excessive pride that stops you from learning. Example, my ego stopped me from admitting I was wrong. Humble people grow faster because they're always learning. They ask questions, admit mistakes, and keep improving. Key phrases about personal growth. I'm a work in progress. I'm still improving. Every day is a chance to improve. Daily opportunity. Progress, not perfection. Improvement matters more than being perfect. I'm better than I was yesterday. Personal progress. Remember, discipline isn't about never failing. It's about always returning. You'll miss a day of English study. You'll eat that cake you said you wouldn't. You'll hit snooze when you promised to wake up early. That's okay. The disciplined person isn't the one who never falls. It's the one who always gets back up. Your English journey is the perfect place to practice discipline. Small, daily actions, even 5 minutes counts. Clear vision, why you're learning. Environmental design, English music, podcasts, books around you. Self-compassion when you miss a day. Always returning to practice. Final thought, you already have discipline. You brushed your teeth today, right? You're watching this video to learn. That's discipline. Now we just need to expand it to other areas. Your homework is choose one small habit to start tomorrow. Just one. Maybe it's listen to English for 5 minutes with morning coffee. Write one English sentence before bed. Learn one new word at lunch. That's it. One small promise to yourself. Keep it for 1 week, then build from there. Thank you for spending these 20 minutes with me. You've already shown discipline by listening to this entire lesson. That's proof you can do this. If this helped you, please share it with someone else learning English or trying to build better habits. Subscribe for more lessons that teach English while improving your life. Remember, discipline is a muscle. Every small action makes it stronger. And strong discipline creates a strong life. This is Artificial Fluency reminding you that learning English isn't just about language. It's about becoming the person you want to be. One word, one habit, one day. Now go keep one small promise to yourself. Your future self will thank you.